camera's not on.
Start the stream.
Alright, stream is on, I think. It's public.
Okay.
It should be.
Oh
no, just
my.
kidding. Should be public.
Wait, so you have Eddie's voice in it?
Yep. Hello! My name is
I don't
Peter
see it.
PTZ Zhang, and I'm joined by my co-host here, Teddy Tiny Ted Wong. And we're coming to you live from all over the country to bring you Heroes of the Storm semifinals at Google. Let's see. We're still waiting for the organizers to start setting up the match, and we'll be with you guys just shortly.
Really looking for these matches today.
Yeah?
If I can access the stream, though. Wait a second. Why don't I see your stream? Hold on. Where's the stream?
Should be on. It should be public, I think.
Can you see it yourself?
Good question.
I mean, if you can't see it yourself, then no one can.
Oh, it's still unlisted. Why is it still unlisted?
What, change the settings? You could that ask.
Yep, I'm on now.
Okay, refresh. YouTube, show me the stream. Yep, I see the stream now. Fantastic.
Let's see. So we're 4 minutes away from the official game start time.
How many games is this?
This will be a best of 5. So, 3
But
wins.
there's a maximum of,
That's right.
yeah, 3 wins.
3 wins would
Or-
win the match. Yes.
Up to 5 game. Fancy link you have there, pdz.hk/plays. Is there also another stream going on?
Yeah, there's 2 casters.
Nice. Are they also a co-caster pair, or?
I think so.
Nice. We can see how much we suck at casting.
This is gonna be so bad. In related news, guess what, Teddy?
What?
Mario Rabbids was released today.
Oh, did you get it?
I did get it. If I had my webcam on, you would see me holding it in my hand, but I don't have my webcam on. But that's what I'll be doing tonight after casting this game.
You're not gonna play Destiny 2 open beta?
But Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
But
Oh.
Destiny open beta only lasts for like 3 days.
Over 50 E3 awards and nominations.
Okay. I'm actually interested in the Mario Rabbids game.
You are?
Cause it's like XCOM, and I played XCOM 1 and XCOM 2.
Maybe I should stream myself playing that.
You should.
Except
After
JK,
you play
that
some Destiny.
you need a capture card, and I don't have that.
Oh, cause Nintendo Switch. Or you can just frame your webcam on so that. When we spectate, how is the announcer based on?
Blue team hero killed, red team hero killed, something like that.
No, like the voice of the announcer.
I think it's just a normal woman.
You can't change it?
I don't think so.
Heroes of the Storm, spectate, announcer. Voice. Maybe it's in the options. Observer. Oh yeah, I forgot. I installed a observer interface.
Oh, you did? Fancy.
Yeah, I forgot what it is, but it's like a really old version, so I don't want to run it.
Oh, I see.
It was like 2 years ago.
Wait, is there like an HTC observation skin?
There might be. I'm pretty sure there is. Heroes of. I'm just gonna start Heroes Storm Observer skins. Like I think the one you remember the replay of me casting 2 years ago. That replay, I'm pretty sure that was the custom skin.
Oh. Oh wow,
There a lot?
there are talent panes and stats panes and everything.
Yeah. Do it
Wait,
next
but
time.
this is 2 years old. Never mind.
How old is this? Oh, I found one. I found a. If you search for Heroes of the Storm Observer skin.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just type it out on you in this TeamSpeak. So, if you search for that, there's I think he has a Google site for it, and the recent change log is August 9th of this year.
Oh.
Oh, this is nice, man. This shows like it shows like the pop-up of like the talents picked.
Wait, I don't see it.
Wait, hold on, let me. Here's. Do you see it now? It's in the GOOG. It's on
Oh.
TeamSpeak. Is it easy to install? Download the most recent version. Right.
Oh, interesting.
C drive, user, document. Here's the storm. Basis. Okay, this is easy. Ooh, sweet. Let me try this new one. Watch solo. Hotkeys. Dude, this interface is good. Wait. Control 1, Control 2.
Oh, you installed it so quickly?
Yeah, it's just a file, and then you just put it into your C drive documents. Here's the Storm interface.
Oh, I see.
Control. Okay. Wait a second. Let's see. What? Go Shift S. Okay, some of the hotkeys. Go Shift O. Oh, maybe because I'm doing replay. Okay, I have no idea. Play this later. Oh, this is really funny. You know what I just found?
Yeah.
So this guy's he can change the settings for the graphics
Uh-huh.
to the worst graphics possible. And by worst, I mean the terrain is black.
I see. Wait, and why would you want to do that?
I don't know. This is almost as bad as that one time Darren had like the whole screen
yeah, that
black
was
and you
fun.
could only see the minimap and like the health bars. I'm sure like you can run this on a really potato computer. Like maybe if your your computer's really bad, you switch all the terrain to black. That's a really long hashtag. Google Team Fight. I don't know how big the delay is for your stream.
I think we all agreed that there's like
No, as in like your delay between you and me. So when I'm looking at the camera, because I can't see your screen unless I look at your stream.
wait, but no, I'll get you a spectator spot.
No, yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then if I want to figure out where the camera is.
Oh, you want to know where my camera is? I see. I'm hoping that you can guess.
I probably can guess. Or I'll just look at the stream. I think the delay is maybe like 20 seconds.
Listen, that.
Look at it, just type like type something in the chat box, but without pressing enter. Actually, I'm gonna see the delay between you sending me an invite. A good solid 20-second-ish.
Oh. Look at Google Team 5 here. They all got matching avatars. These guys are ready to play.
They are definitely ready to play.
Man, if only there's like a spirit award or something like that.
A what?
A spirit award, you know? Like even if you lose,
Oh,
you get
yeah.
a consolation prize. Wow, look at those guys. On the other hand, Bear Shoe is taunting their diamond portrait, looking pretty intimidating.
That's from like preseason, is it?
Is it? I
I
can't even
think
tell. I'm pretty intimidating just by looking at it.
Look at my achievements. Yeah, it's for achieving rank 1 in Hero League during preseason. I have that too. It's pretty intimidating.
Wait, is it diamond?
No, it's rank 1. It was like preseason,
Oh,
so there
right,
wasn't
right,
like
right.
diamond.
So wait, rank 1 is diamond-ish then.
I guess so. So the map is Sky Temple.
So Teddy, any thoughts on what picks are we gonna see in here?
I'm not really that familiar with the meta. I feel like they definitely will have support.
Yes, they will have most probably have a support. There will most probably be a tank and most probably be a damage dealer.
Yes, that is a very go-to strategy. I think if we deviate from that strategy, we'll be looking at some very interesting plays here.
On the other hand, I do hear people talking about 5 supports combo.
5 supports.
Apparently, it's actually pretty hard to kill. That's what I hear.
That'll be very interesting to watch.
In all seriousness, I have a feeling that the Haka is gonna get banned right away. He's just so versatile on a big map like this. So important to get to your objectives quick. And the Haka's, like, the mobility is crazy. So is Falstad or Brightwing, but the Haka can really apply some pressure here.
I can see that, especially with the Haka's ability to disable. Out of all the kind of like the travel everywhere heroes, he's the one of the only heroes that has that guarantee like disable.
Yeah.
And of course with the silence, which is very crucial, really makes the team fights a lot easier.
Definitely a lot of utility there.
How do you think about Anubarak? I feel like he's a pretty decent pick still.
You know, it really depends on the team. Anubarak is, known for the magic armor, so I don't know. I don't usually see Anubarak picked early often. All right, let's see. So the captains have been decided. Nasher is Milky is going to be banning for Google Team 5, and Yimor Hufu is going to be banning for Kale'Thas. And looks like Kale'Thas is going to be drafting first. They're going to get first ban and first pick. Right.
So Kale'Thas is team 2, right?
That's right, yes. Alright, and the game is starting. Oh, Alarak, I am completely off.
Would this be more of a ban because they know one of the Google Team 5 players is really good at Alarak?
You know, that could be it. It's always nice being respect banded, right?
Definitely. But the fact that they're respecting Alarak would kind of tell that the Kale'Thas, their team, they kind of don't want to have that kind of close quarter engagements.
Interesting. So on the blue team, we see a Lunera ban. Also,
So it seems like, yes.
Go ahead.
So it seems like Lunara ban is more like I don't want to really have that long range kind of ish fights, like kind of back and forth, like no one really engaged.
okay.
So it seems like we already see kind of a opposing kind of idea and what they prefer in terms of team fights.
Could be really interesting. Alright, Stukov as the first pick of the game. Not too surprising here. Ever since he was released, we were seeing some crazy healing numbers coming from him. And just crazy amount of utility as well with the silence and everything. Really good way to back off and cool down fights. So a solid first pick.
Definitely. It seems like red teams, the picks are more on sustain so far. Let's see what kind of 2 other heroes they're going to pick out. But what do you think about that Vala and Varian pick?
Yeah. To be honest, I look at them and just like, you can't go wrong with that, right? Varian provides some, one of the best tanks out there right now in the meta. Be able to zone off well and hard to kill. And Vala just staying behind and poking behind him makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I do kind of think Varian's definitely the better pick. Vala is kind of situational. She's pretty stable, but it really depends on the player skills. You need to have that understanding of you want to hit and move. The position is really important.
I'll be honest, Vala is one of those heroes when I go Hero League and I get first pick and I have no idea what any strategy is looking like. Vala is just a safe pick.
Yes, that would be a good choice, especially when you're doing a first pick. So, what do you think of this Li Ming and the Haka?
Well, like I said, I'm surprised the Haka is hasn't shown up until the Haka. Hasn't shown up until the third pick. The Haka, especially with the Li Ming there, Li Ming really needs a solid front line, and I'm not sure the Haka as a solo tank can do that. It's a very good initiator, but other than that, the Haka really isn't too good at soaking up a major amount of damage. So I'm a little bit concerned there. Maybe I could see Red Team going for another Bruiser to follow up with the Haka. That could work. Like someone like a Sonya or a Tannis. And a Tannis would be especially good because to counter off the AA coming from Vala and Varian. Let's see. Just as, I'm not too surprised about the Anub ban. Anub is a great counter to Li Ming. With Anub's Beetles around, it's really hard to land the skill shot from Li Ming. Also adding the magic armor def. Wait, actually, sorry.
That's the other way around.
You were right. I got myself completely confused there.
That's fine.
Interesting then.
So I guess they don't want their Nubarak for that kind of. He can sort of play that bruiser role where he charges in.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
And that mouthfeel ban though seems like, it doesn't seem to go align with the I want to have. It seems like the idea of like I want a long sustained fight or I just want to jump in is kind of off the tables now.
Right. So does that
at least
mean,
for the Kale'Thas team.
Does that mean Red Team is gonna go for another tank here? Since they do have like a tank counter ban.
I feel like they'll start picking the support already, given that they know that Li Ming's already up. Oh, looks like I'm wrong about that.
Just a reminder, Red Team is
Kale'Thas.
Yeah, that's right. And Blue Team is Google Team 5. So far, I need to double check my stats here. So far, it does, if my memory serves me right, Kale'Thas is the second seed with Google Team 5 at the third seed. I need to check this
Okay. It seems like Google Team 5 still has that kind of idea of piling in, especially they have two solid tankers, frontliners that are able to jump in really hard. Like especially with Tiro, he can jump in, he can jump out if needed. And Jaina is really a kind of backliner that has to be a bit up close too. And has that great slow, so it makes it easier for them to kind of close the distance.
Yes, so Kale'Thas is the second seed in the tournament with 7 wins out of 9, and Google Team 5 is third seed with 6 wins out of 9. Both are obviously very respectable teams in the tournament.
Nice. So this Diva pick is very interesting. I don't see Diva much in play in terms of competitive. It's kind of rare. You really have to land those outs and kind of control your positioning, get that defense matrix up.
Well, what do you think about that Grey main though? Picking a Grey main as like kind of like a gap closer against 2 tanks in the other team?
I feel like Greyming might be kind of a bad choice here because it's a gap closer, but the fact that on the other side they have a Jaina Vala, and then with that Morales makes it a lot more capable of tanking against any kind of lunge that Greyming could pose.
Yeah, definitely a very solid support pick. It's got sustain for the mage and just Vala just to shoot arrows from behind.
Yeah, and Morales could easily take the stim pack and boost Vala up really hard.
Yeah.
She could also take the travel, their dropship ability that allows them to just kind of have a lot more map control that the enemy team has with the hack.
Come to think of it, why did Kale'Thas choose to ban a assassin in their second ban?
They banned, what was it? It was a
Malthael, yeah. Maybe they should have thought about what kind of supports work with their lineup there and choose their.
I would prepare.
Definitely.
Wow.
Could you introduce the players for us?
Sure, but look at Google Team 5. They have all matching mounts on their cute little hearts. Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. Alright, so we have Milky on Vala, Coatman on Morales, Viange on Jaina, Original Sin on Varian, and Tyrael on Nasher. And for Kale'Thas, they have Artemis on Greymane, Bearshu on Diva, Gitmo Hufu on Dehaka, Nexus on Li Ming, and Sarsate on Stukov. It's gonna be an exciting
currently,
match.
talent-wise, most of the heroes already have picked their talents, and it seems pretty standard stuff. A lot of just the meta picks.
Wow.
It seems like there's decent engagement on the watchtower. Looks like red team's gonna get the first blood.
Wow! No way. So, wow, there was so much action there, and I just didn't know how to describe it. Let's see. Looks like Vala's keeping on chasing that Stukov, and the Haka's nowhere to be found. The Haka did burrow out to bottom lane. Might have cost them a kill. But it is level 1. It does look like red team actually has an experience advantage right now because they were able to get to their lanes fairly quickly.
Yeah, it seems like though they might just lose a little bit of creeps, but then Tyrael is able to get in bottom lane in time to notch up the rest of the creeps. So the EXP advantage doesn't seem to be much of a big difference at the moment.
Well, that was definitely a very interesting beginning of the game.
So in the beginning of the fight, it was really obvious that Vala has a pretty decent position. She knows that she can go in and have Morales heal her up,
Right.
and just the synergy for the GOOG Team 5 is pretty decent here.
And it looks like Greymane tried to jump on the Vala, but Diva was able to back everybody off. And as we speak, the tempos are now activating, with blue team mostly gathering around mid and red team gathering on top. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing too much countering on each other and just let each team have their own tower.
Yeah, it seems like they're just going to be content with just taking the own objectives. And on the bottom lane, we see that Tyrael is against the Haka. Seems like a pretty even kind of trade right now, so
Yeah.
nothing that important.
Well, Tyrael does have a better poke than Dehaka, and Dehaka has a better sustain. It's definitely like
That's true.
one of the more annoying things to be in. I would definitely consider.
I would kind of prefer the top objective just because the top lane is it's always better to have the top lane push or the bottom lane push because it's just so far apart, and when you want to counter push the wave, you have to cross generally the farthest distance possible. So I feel like the red team kind of has the lead, but it seems like the blue team, GOOG Team 5, has a slight EXP lead, and we have to see if they can kind of capitalize on that and keep the lead and kind of have a level ahead.
Well, right now, as you can see, the top lane is actually empty for blue, and Demon is able to catch up on EXP just by harassing Jaina and forcing her to go back to Fountain. Bottom lane, we're seeing a 3v2 on the blue team. And looks like even though red team was able to capture that Mercan, blue team basically nullified it.
The top lane seems like there might be a gank going on. Greyming just sitting behind out of vision and looking for jump.
Jumps on Jaina, but and the Haka joins in the fight too. Is he able to, he was not able to get finished drag, but Greyming finishes Jaina out anyway. This brings go on.
Go on.
This brings red team back in experience equity with the blue team. And looks like the Haka wants to jump in the tier 2. No, just wanted to apply some pressure. What do you think of that gank?
I think that was a really good gank. You could notice that they had a really good bait where Li Ming kind of did like just a slight attack on Jaina and then backed out. So Jaina had the illusion thinking, oh, Li Ming don't let me engage, but then Greyming was actually in the bushes and it was able to capitalize on that.
Well, let's see here. The tempo is activating now, but red team was able to capture the bruiser cam on top, leaving Jaina having to make a difficult decision whether she wants to stay out there a little bit more or to go down and join the team. However, it's strange to see red team not being a little bit more. The Haka just arrived in red team and is looking to pick up Morales. 3 on Morales and D.Va backing up, and it looks like Morales will go down. Blue team realized,
Kale'Thas seems like they're definitely gonna get good control of the control point and probably gonna take the rest of it, especially with D.Va having her self-destruct available. I don't see any chance of GOOG Team 5 being able to contest this.
Yeah.
And it seems like GOOG Team 5 just maybe going to resort to soaking up the rest of the lanes, get the rest of the Mercamps, push some lanes out, and hopefully keep the lead on that EXP. Which it's even now, but I feel like the level 10 engagement could be in GOOG Team 5's favor.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think that was a good idea to back up to the lanes. There's no use countering a 5-man team on the bottom objective. Looks like Morales did take the Mew talent. I'm a big fan of that talent, especially in a map like this where it's expected to take a long time and towers won't fully die. That's a very good talent pick. Red team was able to take.
So it looks like Kale'Thas team, they're level 10 now, so it's the talents pick are pretty important, especially for the ultimates. It seems like D.Va is going for the bunny hop instead of that pew pew shooting. So D.Va's really gonna play a strong role in the team fights in terms of being up front. She's going to go for it. She's gonna be very aggressive with that.
I find it interesting the Haka taking adaptation there. Looks like it just, I mean, instead of going for the mass silence there, going for adaptation, making itself a damage sponge. What do you think about that?
I feel like it's a pretty good strategy just because they're probably thinking GOOG Team 5 is going to spread out pretty well. So the silence, it might be hard to land. And having that sustain is just like, I'm going to focus a lot of my damage power on the rest of my teammates, and I'm not gonna try to capitalize on some silence, because you gotta remember that Stukov does have a silence, so if they really want to silence, they could just counter Stukov on making those silence plays.
That's a good point. So the blue team was able to take advantage of red team being spread around now and take down that fort. The Haka, however, is applying some pressure on top lane as well. The top and bottom tempo just spawned, and looks like red has a pretty solid advantage right now.
Definitely, and the Haka is making a wise choice in backing up. He knows that the blue team is around on the top lane. He definitely should back out. It seems like both teams are just going to contest their own objectives on the top and the bottom.
Wow, with
Oh,
Diva...
that is a really good move from the red team. I don't think blue team can capitalize that unless... Yeah, they don't have that dropship, so that they're not going to be able to stop this boss from going in.
Wow, and the boss just went down so quickly. Blue team does not even have time to react to it yet.
Definitely, I feel like the gray main is actually a really good choice here in terms of getting that boss down really fast with that high DPS going in. And it seems like red team is going to have a really good map control. They have the boss going in, and the Haka's just cleaning up top. And middle lane is pushing really well too, so blue team really needs to get a nice team fight off, especially with the Haka being away.
Definitely. I have been very impressed with the Haka's rotation so far. He was able to, you know, identify where the blue teams are and be able to rotate in a way that's, you know, makes him safe, but at the same time allows him to have a great impact on map control.
But it seems like blue team's not able to capitalize on any team plays after the boss goes down, especially with Varian just kind of soaking the mid lane. It seems like blue team isn't seeing any opportunities in terms of a good team fight. But red team seems like they're trying to get for some more team fights. They know they have a good map control and they want to capitalize on that.
You know, it's tough when red team has so many utilities to de-escalate things. But we see here Jaina landing a great Ring of Frost here, but Diva's trying to save them, but the Bear Hub does go down and the mech does go down. The Haka was able to drag Varian back to the land, though, but he survives. He is way too tanky. Wow. That happened really quickly.
So it seems like blue team definitely have the edge here with only one death, while Kale'Thas has 2 deaths. I feel like one of the biggest issues with that fight was Diva didn't have her self-destruct available.
Yeah.
So when they were trying to back out, there was nothing to zone the rest of the enemy team away. If they had the self-destruct, on the other hand, they'll be able to pass the self-destruct and just kind of safely walk away, and the enemy Google team fight would not be able to capitalize on that.
Right.
So we got a pause coming in. Seems like there's some player issues, perhaps.
So that was one of the bigger team fights, first big team fights that we have seen in this game so far.
Yep.
I don't recall what happened, but Jaina seemed to have landed a pretty good Ring of Frost, but it looks like Tyrio's ult actually pushed everybody away to safety. Or either that or Miras's grenade actually pushed people away. Do you remember what happened?
I believe it was Tyrio. Tyrio got a great out in.
Yeah.
And then the red team decided, let's disengage. And that was when it kind of fell apart, because you got the red team kind of falling away. And with the Jaina slow, you're able to at least get 1 or 2 picks off, so you already have a slight advantage on that.
Yeah, just overall great initiation by the blue team there. Red team did kind of over-initiate though. I do think that going for the Merc camp, knowing that the blue team is there, is a very risky move. And perhaps we'll see red team going a little bit of a safe route going forward, knowing that
Yes.
blue team has so many initiation tools.
Yes, definitely. It's still a very even game right now. It's 14-14 in terms of levels. Let's take a look at the stats, and we can kind of already tell that surprisingly Graving has the top hero damage for Kale'Thas. It's not Li Ming, it's actually Graving. So he's somehow able to land a lot of the shots. And it seems like it's particularly it's because of his talent choices. He has all first free talents on cocktail related talents, so that allows him to just chop his cocktails and do all that kind of damage.
Right.
On the other hand, during the team fight, I actually wasn't able to check, but I think Diva wasn't able to get her boosters out in order to kind of knock the enemies back, because Diva, her boosters are really nice to be able to knock enemies back, especially she has that talent to kind of like have that initial boost to kind of have that initial speed boost to kind of boost enemies away a lot farther. And ideally, in theory, you're able to push enemies away back, and so your teams can disengage when you need to.
I think what happened was that she bunny hopped into the fight, and she was the mech was killed while she was in bunny hop, so she didn't actually have time to get off boosters. That was potentially a costly mistake when D.Va was maybe thinking that red team is going in when and by doing a bunny hop, it takes away her ability to disengage.
I just checked the replay, and you're partially right. What happened was they backed out, and D.Va used her boost to back out. And then realizing the enemy team has that movement speed somehow that Jaina was slowing them, she then decided to bunny hop back into the fight.
And trying to save everybody.
Yes.
Not sure about that decision there.
So it seems like Kale'Thas, they're probably going to play it safe. They lost the first engagement. They're going to be a bit more cautious about how their team fight ability goes. And for Google Team 5, I feel like they're definitely going to capitalize on that soon, knowing that, okay, we won the first team fight. I think we can do it again. So once this objective goes down, we could see it possibly a team fight, especially with how the Kale'Thas is kind of stretching in to trying to contest, and they are being sandwiched.
Wow. How did this happen? Looks like they were a little bit too greedy in trying to get off that Vala, and look what this... Jaina landed off a great Ring of Frost, got both tanks caught in there, and the Haka falls down while three of them managed to escape. Whew.
Yeah, so that was a really bad call from Kale'Thas to try and contest that Mercam on the left, especially knowing that Google Team 5 was at the middle objective. Like, you're gonna get sandwiched if you're trying to go in there for sure.
Yeah, really not sure about what the decision there was. We did talk about Kale'Thas might want to proceed with a little bit more caution. But at the same time, D.Va does almost have her full charge up, and everybody is now coming back to life. Blue team was unfortunately not able to capitalize on the team battle with victory there, seeing that most of the map has been spoken for already.
It seems like Kale'Thas, they don't really have a solid gap closer in terms of being able to jump in and stop the enemy.
The Haka is trying to
out.
jump behind the backline and pulling a variant in, and D.Va lands on ult, and Stukov's trying to slowing them from behind, but they were not able to catch anybody. That was
the lack of a stun is really bad for Google Team 5. They're not able to like slow. Yeah, Kale'Thas. They don't have a slow. They don't have that kind of stun ability that say Google Team 5 has with Tyro's out, a grenade, a slow from Jaina.
Oh, look at this! 4 people in the. Jaina's ult was able to catch some bugs, but Vala does go down because of I don't even know anymore. It looks like there was a 1v1 trade-off there. Blue team was able to get the Mercam, and looks like they're in position to take the boss and apply some pressure to the red team there. That was a very interesting fight.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. Jaina was able to get a nice frost off. He caught one person, but it was able to zone the rest of the enemy team. Yeah, I think that's pretty important.
To be honest, I thought it would have gone a lot worse than it did. But I'm surprised red team was able to disengage that. D.Va does almost have her ult charge in. Tyro charges into Stukov, and Stukov's ult was able to defend that. D.Va has an ult zoning the blue team away, protecting Stukov, leaving him back. Now Varian is going very low. Greymane could just dive in, and blue team Morales does go down, leaving them without it. Oh, Tyro goes down as well. Now D.Va's charging in and trying to get off that Varian. Greymane's following right behind, and Varian does go down. Now Jaina and Vala's all that's left, and Jaina goes down too. Now, wow, what a turnaround!
That was a really good combo with the the Stukov's ultimate and the Diva
Definitely.
self-destruct.
Stukov's ultimate was able to place them in such a good position with Diva's ult, leaving blue team nowhere to run, and Diva's ult just did so much damage. And let's see, blue team...
Kale'Thas, they could possibly capitalize and get maybe a second keep, or they could probably get... They could maybe win this, or at least get the core to at least 40% HP.
But we see most of the blue team's members are coming back, and red team is pulling out for now. Tyrael may be able to get off an ult here. It's very dangerous for red team right now. Oh, Diva does still have an ult though, and wow. Tyrael tries to charge into Stukov, but that had no damage follow-up because Vala was kind of scared of the Diva ult. Blue team still chasing behind with red team, Stukov and the Haka being really low, but they are able to get to a safe place. Wow.
Yeah, Diva was able to use her boosters in the end just to like zone the enemy out, and I think that's a really nice way to make sure that the enemies kind of follow up.
Definitely, that was a very good ult from Diva, but now we see blue team trying to take the boss on. Vala tried to scout into the bushes a little bit, but red team, I don't know if they were lucky or something, were able to get away from that scout. And now red team is coming back, but with almost no ults available, while blue team has most of their ults available still. Blanco tries to go in and Diva tries to push the blue team away, but there's no follow-up there. Jaina does land a pretty good ring of frost, capturing Dihaka and Diva, but there's no other follow-up other than that. Stukov tries to silence two people on the front line there, and red team leaving does go down because of positioning.
I think this could maybe be game, especially with 50-second respawn timer. Blue team have the really good choice of saying, let's go for the boss. Diva doesn't have her self-destruct. All the other rest of the heroes don't really have ults. We still have one or two. And we could probably take this boss easily because of the fact that Diva doesn't have her self-destruct. So we're gonna have to really see if red teams may be able to ink it out. But Diva really needs her she needs her Mac back, she needs her self-destruct.
She does
ASAP
almost have a
so
self-destruct though. She does try to go to Bunny Hop, trying to get that ult charge going on, and she does have enough. But that was... Oh my gosh, Stukov tries to get his ult off, getting blue team in the right position, but he was interrupted after just one hit. Man, if that ult landed, that could have been a good comeback from Kale'Thas, but it looks like blue team is able to finish that last bit of core off, and GG. What a turnaround.
Wow, that was a really back and forth game.
Wow, I mean, I would not expect anything less from the semifinals here, but wow.
Really amazing play. Seems like, I feel like Kale'Thas, their early game was pretty decent. They made the main issue of them falling apart was they made some bad choices, particularly the one where they decided to go for a left Mercam in the middle of the game.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like that is the turnaround point. But Red was able to try to still use the map control until I feel like they overextended in the last key push. And that was when red team was forced to use all their outs in helping them escape, giving blue the advantage, and kind of time and opportunity for them to take on the boss, knowing that red team can come back because they have used all their abilities.
Oh, but Peter, did you use Z to zoom out?
I did.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Alright, I am going to take a break, get some water. I'll be right back. Whew, and I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh crap, there's a construction going on near me. But it's a bit far, I don't think you can hear it. Up here either.
Yeah.
You should install the observer interface. It's the same, but then it has that nice pop-up of what the people picked for talents.
Oh, I see. Let me take a look.
It's pretty easy. Just download the file and then paste it into the proper folder, and then on the options you select the observer interface. I don't get why my game is giving me your system does not support higher settings. Like, all my stuff are on low. It's so weird. I feel like I have to restart my computer later. I don't have anything else running though. Chrome. Let me just close Chrome.
Oh, hey. That was easy.
Yeah.
Wait, how did I test it out?
Just watch replay. I think you can test it out. Make sure you go to observer and replay and select the. You did. Yep, you did. Cool.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle, if you wish to live, that is.
Hello, my friend. Let's go out there and make a difference. I feel strong.
Oh yeah, we're starting this thing in 10 seconds.
5, 4.
I don't think the control 4, 5, 6, 7. Those I don't think those work.
I can only get 1 and 2 working.
Do
Yeah, that's me
whatever
too.
it is you do.
Or do maybe it's just the because it's a replay, you can't get those data or something. I don't know.
Maybe. What's Control LK?
I have no idea. I don't think any of those work in the replay. I was trying them earlier.
Did it work in a real game?
Actually, I didn't try. I didn't try just now. It should have. I think some of the stuff don't work in replay, but in the actual observer it works. Like I don't see the pop up in the replay for like the talent picks.
I see. Let's see. If I remember correctly, Kale'Thas chose to go first pick again, which gives Google Team 5 the ability to choose a map, and they chose Cursed Hollow for this round. Another one of those big maps, even though Google Team 5 was not the best at map control. Interesting.
I kind of like this choice from Google Team 5. They kind of showed that they, even though they don't have the map control, they were able to capitalize on a lot of mistakes that Kale'Thas, their team, has in terms of like, okay, this is where we engage, and that those kind of choices. And the team fight, in terms of like the combling, the positioning, Google Team 5 does have a good positioning on a lot of the engagements. We don't really see them have much of a mistake. The only one that I recall from last game was the part where Stukov was able to get her ultimate off and Diva was able to get the self-destruct off also. But that was mainly because they were kind of fighting 4 against 5, I think?
Yeah.
Oops.
Alright, looks like we're getting ready for game 2 in the HOTS Google Tournament. Semifinals Kale'Thas versus Google Team 5. Wow! Still instant first ban Alarak.
This is definitely a respect ban for sure.
I mean, would you agree with it? Did any player stand out to you last game?
I'm not sure. I feel like Google Team 5 probably has someone who's really good at Alarak. Or they just like kind of don't want to play Alarak. As in like they Kale'Thas don't want Google Team 5 to be playing Alarak.
I'm kind of curious now. Like I'm hoping that they don't ban Alarak right away, and just to check out who this Alarak is. On the other hand, the Haka ban, I totally agree with it. The Haka, I would say it's one of the biggest reasons how Kale'Thas stayed in competitively in the game last game by just having that map
Yes,
control
definitely that kind of
map
split
awareness.
pushing.
Exactly.
Yes, yep.
And again, Crucial Hollow is still a really big map. Having the Haka there will be, especially with such a talented Haka player, that would go wrong. Variant pick is very interesting. And I think one of the big reasons for that pick is to prevent the blue team from having Variant.
Yes, definitely. I feel like Google Team 5 was using the Variant really well. There wasn't much mistakes. Able to tank a lot, parry a lot.
Yeah. And from what I remember, Varian was able to take a couple of the Haka's pull, as if the Haka didn't do anything. It was pretty impressive.
Going in, we have to really see what kind of strategy Google Team 5 is going for this game. The last game, they were sort of going up. I'm going to jump on you, kind of maul you down with really aggressive team fights. Seems like they're taking a while, especially with they probably maybe had Variant in the mind, but looks like that's taken away from them.
Wow, look at those two pairs of. Well, Maltio doesn't have wings.
Well, they're both angels supposedly.
Sure. Okay. Wait, so is Maltio like a fallen angel kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's technically still an angel.
Oh.
Yeah, he's definitely still an angel, but he's just the aspect of death. He was the aspect of wisdom, but then he kind of just like, I don't want to be aspect of wisdom, I'm going to be aspect of death, guys.
You know
That's
what
kinda
would
what
be
happened.
interesting? I would love to see a full angel lineup here at Google Team 5. Let's see, we can see them pulling out the Tyrael. What else?
I think there's
is it really
only
that-
3 angels in the game.
They can go Angelic Diablo.
I guess that works. So, Kale'Thas, they're able to get the Nubarak and the Jaina. So I feel like, in terms of just looking at the draft right now, I feel like Kale'Thas, they have the advantage in the draft. They have Variant and they have Nubarak. Those are really good top meta picks. But Maltio is a good counter against tanks, so we really have to see how Google Team 5 is able to juggle the battle around. Because Maltio has to stay alive, but keep the stacks going. With his nice little death aspect stuff.
Yeah, that's right. And we see a Lunara ban coming up from Google Team 5 here. Reminds me of the first ban that they had last game. Another one of those respect bans, perhaps?
Yes, it seems like it is.
I'm not sure if I can comment on this, but it looks like Kale'Thas is debating between banning Godan and... Oh crap, what was it before? I don't even remember. Vala.
Gudan is definitely a good ban, especially with the Oreo pick from Google Team 5.
Oh man, Oreo and Gudan just destroys things.
We have to see what Google Team 5 decides to pick for their 3rd and 4th pick.
Do you think we were gonna see 2 tanks here again?
I think so too. 2 tank is a pretty stable kind of meta. Although, actually, GOOG Team 5 could benefit with having 2 supports. Because Mouthfeel can act as a tank. He has a lot of sustain with his W ability once he gets the stacks
Oops.
in.
Looks like we have a
something
disconnect from one of the spectators, and that is enough to kick people out of the lobby. Interesting.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Was that one of the other casters?
No, I think that was just a random spectator. Not
Okay.
random, but like one of the spectators.
Okay. Alright, we're just gonna quickly pick through the stuff.
I hope.
Okay, so there's we can go through the draft again. There's Alrak, and then what was the Haka. What was the first pick? Oh, there
Yeah,
we go.
that's right.
There
It
we
was
go.
Varian, a Noob, and Jaina on Kale'Thas side, and on GOOG Team 5 it was
Battlefield and
Oreo.
Oreo. Oh, it's different order this time.
No, I think it's team pick, so it doesn't matter. The order doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
know. I'm just saying it looks different. Oh, and Kale'Thas there. They're going for Jaina Nubrak instead of a Nubrak Jaina.
It's strange that in spectator mode they still don't tell us who picked what though.
That's true. But wait, don't you get a switch? Do you get a switch? Like, I think you do, right?
How?
You get to choose like who gets to play what at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
draft.
yeah.
All right, so this is the part we didn't get to see just now, the third and fourth pick.
Well, so it does give them 2 more minutes to decide on what they want to do for third and fourth pick, and they do pick Ovala.
Good synergy with Oreo. They need a better frontliner in
Yeah.
that case. They definitely need a warrior.
This is tough because Oreo can't heal Maltheo and Vala at the same time.
I feel like in this case, Malfi really just has to heal himself. He has that ability to self-sustain.
Stitches though, that is interesting, especially with 2 tanks there. Varian's gonna escape without a scratch, and a noob is just gonna dive out.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Stitches pick, especially with Nubarak Speedos. There's a lot of times when you play Stitches, the enemy team has a Nubarak, you're gonna hook one of those damn Beetos.
Right.
It's so annoying. So Kale'Thas, they need a support. What would be a good support for their current lineup?
I kind of want to say Lucio.
For that kind of speed boost.
That's right. Oh, can you imagine that speed boost and then Jaina slowing them down?
I can, but the Lucio doesn't exactly have that kind of great healing. Especially when, like, if say Vala or Stitches is able to get one guy, that guy's gone because there's no way.
Brightwing is a possibility. Oh, well, of course, there's Stukov. Of course.
Dukov's a good one.
How could we forget about Stukov?
Well, he's new. I don't really play him much, so. Google Team 5, do you think they're going to go for another tank, which is kind of more of the stable team comp?
There just can't be a solo tank in this. He'll go down so quickly. I think they need another tank. At least, Sonya will probably work here.
I'm actually okay if they pick someone like Artanis.
Artanis? That would be interesting, but then Kale'Thas doesn't have too much auto attack. So here we go.
Okay, the Tyrael. They were pretty good with the Tyrael last game too.
Yeah, I did enjoy seeing some of the judgments. I think that was able to zone off and kind of heal pretty efficiently.
GOOG Team 5 does have the Angels. I mean, those are kind of basically all the Angels they have in the game right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Vala's going for Angelic Vala though. And
Oh, that's
only
a
if
shame.
Stitches have an Angelic Stitches skin. I still think Diablo would have worked there. Diablo would have been a better tank than Stitches.
That's true. Although I think they pick Stitches mainly so that they can get that kind of closed gap closer. If they get a hook off, then the rest of the team don't have to dive in for that DPS.
I am very curious to which ult Anubrak will pick.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
Oh, I like this observer interface.
Oh, you can see the APMs too. I should just do APM with control free.
Nice.
Can you introduce the players to us, Peter?
The battle
Sure.
begins.
Alright, I'll introduce GOOG Team 5. So we got Coleman on Vala, Nasher on Tyrael, Original Sin on
3,
Oreo,
2,
Vianj on Stitches, and Pona on Maltio. I don't think Pona was in last game, was it?
waiting for.
And
I don't remember.
And on Kale'Thas we have Bearshu on Varian, Sarsay on Stukov, Hufu on Anub, Nexus on Jaina, and Artemis on Li Ming. Starts with the Stitches hook, but Oreo, however, is the first one to go down after Anub was able to escape from the hook safely. Blue team is smart to back up a little bit instead of staying in near around the red towers. It does feel like Stitches hooked a little bit too close to the red tower. Stitches tried one more hook, but that fails. Varian's going on top, and Anub is between with down to bottom against Malthio.
So yeah, Oreo she had a bit of a bad position just now. She kind of overextended, she practically was on the front lines, making her get picked really easily. But it seems like the lanes are going to stabilize. It's a pretty decent lane on top. It's very even. Bot lane, I would favor Malthio, just because Anubrak is tank and Malthio really chews up tanks, and this is why we can see Stukov rotating the bottom.
We see some good dodges, good hooks from Stitches so far, and some good dodges from Anub to escape the Malthio slow. In middle, we have Stukov has gone down to the bottom, and so in the middle we have 3 against 2. It looks like Vala and Oreo is trying to pick up a gank. There's a lot of movement going on. Both teams trying to get some ganks set up, but we don't see too much action yet.
Yep, seems like the lane just gonna stabilize. We want to pay attention to the fact that Anubrak has the talent for the regen globes. So he's gonna have to try and make sure he gets those globes early, because it's gonna be hard to keep playing when you have that invested and you don't finish that talent.
How many globes does it take?
30.
30.
So we kind of usually expect early. I think you expect it to be done at 15 minutes if
50
you're
minutes.
pretty decent about getting it. But worst case scenario will be like 20 minutes, kind of near the late game.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my
And here we have the first tribute up for grabs. Jaina does get hooked right before the Stukov's healing will be able to keep Jaina alive. Wow. That was a little surprising that 3 people weren't able to pick off Jaina.
The Kale'Thas, they have the advantage here. They could stall out this because this bot lane has the Mercams pushing out.
That's right. Oh, and Vala was very close to getting, but Stukov comes in with a clutch silence. Now, blue team's getting sandwiched by red team here, and it looks like both teams are able to disengage a little bit. Stitches A noob is going down low and Stitch is trying to chase after the noob, but the noob will be safe. Red team does look pretty low right now, and looks like Oreo is able to pick up that tribute. Interesting there. I thought red team started off with some great positioning sandwiching between the blue team. What happened there?
It seems like they just able to start out well enough because of the fact that Stitches was able to get the good hooks. The good hooks allows the GOOG Team 5 to not move much and just be able to DPS right away, especially with Vala with her auto attacks.
So maybe
Bunny
I was wrong about
and
Stitch's
good
being bad.
Kale'Thas, yeah, Kale'Thas, they have the bottom lane. Both the towers are down already, so they have the advantage in terms of how the structures are going.
And we see Kale'Thas trying to get another Mercan before the tribute. This might put them a tad bit too late before the tribute. We see Anubis trying to give some pressure, but might be a little bit. Blue team might have a little bit too much for Noob to be able to stand there by himself. But red team does arrive along as well as blue team. Oreo is going very low. She will be able to escape though. Stitches is trying to stand in the middle. Red team trying to soak up some of the damage. Varian is going very low and does go down. Red team is disengaging now, and Li Ming goes down as well. Wow. I'm impressed that Oreo managed to survive after all of that and being maybe like 100 HP away. Stitches was able to kind of peel for the blue team while making sure that Jaina and Li Ming can't put too much pressure on their assassins and healers.
Definitely, that kind of tank stalling away was really effective, and Stitches with that great health pool that he has makes a lot of the damage kind of doesn't do that much impact. But overall, the levels are really similar right now. There isn't a great advantage. This tribute is important because this is going to allow GOOG Team 5 to get the free tributes.
That's right, and this tribute does play in the position is a little bit favorable to Kale'Thas though. Varian's trying to taunt off with the Stitches and giving Jaina plenty of room to grab that. I think that was a solid choice for blue team to back up a little bit, especially with Tyrael still pushing on top.
I would even have preferred if Malfield didn't even rotate, if they just made a call, look, it's in the area, let's not contest this, we're probably going to have a hard time. Let's just push the lanes out because we're kind of lacking on that.
Yeah, and that's right. Having Tyrael and Malfield stay relatively close to their lanes does give them an entire level advantage there. Blue team's almost at 10 now, and red team's still a whole level away. Stukov gets hooked by Stitches in mid, and Valis tries to follow with the damage, and Stukov runs to a safe place, and Varian was able to peel for Li Ming while she does damage. Blue team does have level 10 now. You can see that Vala actually goes for stun this time instead of strafe. And while Stitch is going for the Bile. Is that right? No, is that Gorge? Can't tell. That's Bile.
That's Bile.
And this is the first tribute since blue team has gotten 10. Red team is not even going to try. That's a smart move. It's better to try to get 10 so that they can defend properly against blue team with the curse on.
Yep.
You see,
It seems like there's a bit of...
Most of blue team trying to rotate to top. Are they going to get boss? No, they are not. Red team is following after that. Oreo has a full bar of heal energy right now, and Tyrael goes and dive under Jaina, and Jaina's going down, and she goes. Oh, she was able to pull down a Ring of Frost, stunning 3 people, but was not enough to save herself. Stukov gets hooked by Stitches as well. That's a great hook in the middle of everything. Somehow got it off. Li Ming's just trying to poke on the side, but Stitches is too darn tanky for Li Ming to do any damage effectively. Wow.
Yeah, that was a really bad engagement for Kale'Thas. It was the 4v5. Anurak was really far away. He was like in the middle or something like that. And the choice for Google Team 5 to push top is a really good one. Because it's closest to the boss. Like, it makes it harder for Kale'Thas to get their own boss because they don't have the structures there.
What do you think of this decision to not go for the boss right now? It looked like they wanted to do it, and red team is scouting in that area just to be safe now. I kind of hope that they went for the boss, though. It will have made for good entertainment, if anything.
Yes, definitely. It'll be
Wow,
quite
but
entertaining.
Jaina, with this position though, she is trying really hard to get off Blizzard. Wow, but she was only one hook away from being dead. I don't like that positioning there. Anubis trying to go in to initiate some sort of fight. Li Ming gets picked up by Tyrael and was able to survive. Tyrion's inside the web right now. I don't know about red team going far beyond Tyrael there. Great choice by Jaina to wait for that Ring of Frost to go, and as they're retreating, they have nowhere to run, and red team does manage to pick off 3 people there. Whew.
That was a really good fight for Kale'Thas. Especially with Malthian not being there at all. It was a 4v5. They were able to focus on Vala really early. So that's all the DPS gone. And then basically, when Vala's almost gone, you basically have the fight won.
Well, with no assassin at all near, yeah. And Li Ming's positioning was very great. She's just poking on the side. I don't think blue team even saw what hit though. Both teams are just trying to spend some time on bird camps right now in preparation for the next tribute. In terms of tower, we're seeing pretty even with blue coming out just a little bit on top. And experience-wise, it's looking pretty similar too. It looks like blue team is trying to get off start of the boss, and they do. With Malthio and Vala there, man. I feel like if they have to race, blue team would definitely win this one ahead. And they might just have enough time to catch red team off guard too.
Oh, this tribute placing is really favoring Google Team 5.
For sure, because it's slightly unfortunate with Kale'Thas. The boss is being pushed down bot for Google Team 5 and up top for Kale'Thas. And even before the boss arrived, the fort was half dead already, giving Google Team 5 a very good advantage on this boss push. Anubarak is trying to apply some pressure, and he seems to be doing just fine. Except the entire blue team is now here at bot trying to push with the boss. Jaina and Stukov is still all the way up top. They're trying to make their way back now. But this boss still has half HP. They might just be able to take this keep down with Oreo having a full mana bar and everybody having their ult still.
I think this is gonna be really careful. Jaina could get a nice frost Ring of Frost off as they clump up really easily.
Stukov lands a great shove, shoving Oreo Tyrael all the way back. But Stitches come in just in time to back up the damage, even though Jaina landed a great Ring of Frost. Wow, hold on 1 second, that completely changed within just like 2 seconds. I even lost track of what's going on.
Jaina was able to get the Ring of Frost really well, and then combo Li Ming's DPS, so was just basically goner for Good Team 5. They definitely overextended. They were clumping up a lot. The only reason why Jaina didn't cast the Ring of Frost earlier was because she wanted the boss dead first.
So red team is able to capitalize on this. They are able to defend the keep, and red team is pushing hard on mid, hoping to get their fort, making the lanes a little bit more equal.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
I think Stukov shoving Tyrael all the way back helped a lot too. That left Stitches out in the open. I thought the battle was gonna be able to keep them off, but the damage out just went off really quickly.
Yeah, I'm actually one of the things I'm not a fan of for Google Team 5 is their talent choices for Malfio. All the talents are all soul rip based, so what that means is he has to get all the stacks on everyone, which he probably just uses out for it. That means that when he uses out for it, the enemy team probably needs to first clump up first in order for him to get the stacks off. Then soul rip starts to get really powerful. I would kind of prefer if he got the elements, especially the talent that increases the Reaper's Mark longer once you have a certain amount of time. It would start to kick in probably around 18 minutes in, or if he's really good with making stacks, it will probably kick in about round. And he could use it to do a lot of poke. Because that's one thing that Google Team 5 doesn't really have. They don't have the poke, they only have the Stitches hook. Stitches has to land the hook for these engagements. Alright,
so at the beginning of this fight, we have Stukov trying to silence everybody away. They are stuck in this corridor. Jaina pulls off a great Ring of Frost. Anubarak is going low, and he does go down with... it looks like Red Team is still ahead right now with Tyrael dead. Now Vala is dead, and Red Team is chasing after Oreo. Oreo lands off a great stun and is able to keep herself to safety. Wow, that corridor stun was amazing.
Definitely, that was a really good engagement for Kale'Thas. One of the things, I think there might have been a miscommunication for Google Team 5. Malfio got stunned, and I think he was almost very low, but he still has his ultimate available. But then Oreo just cast her out right away. And basically Malfio did practically nothing that fight.
I see. Well, it's kind of risky though. I think Malfio had enough frost, like his health bar was really low. It's unclear whether Malfio could have survived with his ultimate. You see Stitches is able to hook off Jaina, but the keep does go down with the last of the archers standing shooting at the keep. And now Red Team is actually at a keep advantage over Blue Team.
This is kind of sad for Kale'Thas because they have the Cursed It, but then they're not actually able to capitalize that much. They were able to get 2 keeps though. That was a good thing. But then afterwards, it kind of fell apart a little bit. But I think it's still okay.
I think that's good enough. I would hate to see them overextend again, just like Blue Team did in the middle tower. We see even though, you see even Blue Team Vala was not with them the entire fight, and Malfio does get picked up with Stitches trying to hook them.
This is starting to fall apart for Google Team 5. Their frontliners are not able to really pose a threat because that mentality that Kale'Thas is going in, they're realizing that the frontlines aren't that strong anymore. They have the level advantage. They have the level 20. So I think Kale'Thas, they might just be able to end the game right here.
Stukov lands a great silence, trapping Oreo in the middle, not being able to do anything else. And Tyrael's now trying really hard to defend with Vala, but 4 people might just be too much for them. Vala gets taunted and nowhere to run, and Tyrael goes down with them as well, and looks like this is going to be GG.
Well, that was a really interesting game, and this is starting to be a great series for a 1-1.
For sure. It does look like Red Team is able to pick better fights, better ambushes, better setups, learning from their mistakes from the last game. Wow. What an amazing comeback.
Definitely. Now I need to figure out why I had 500 ping that game.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think the TeamSpeak was a little lagging a bit. Let me do team.
It might be possible that
It was in Western though.
It wasn't Western? Oh.
Yeah, it was in Western. Even TeamSpeak was lagging for me. I need to check my internet. It was like stuttering. I'm like trying to pay attention to like what is Peter saying?
Mostly nothing important.
Okay, well that's weird. I have decent. I think it's just the cables in the ocean. I don't think it's something I can do. I already have LAN cables. Let me ping to Seattle and see how that goes. Seattle. Do I ping to Seattle Comcast? What should I ping to? I'll do Comcast. I have 162 ping to Comcast Seattle.
That's pretty good.
What? Yeah, and I have like 48.
Try California.
I'll try California. Okay, let me try that. After I'm done with this. I have like 50, well, I'm still doing Comcast Seattle. I have like 51 download. I have 13 upload. I don't, wait, where's your TeamSpeak server hosted? You know?
Oregon,
Oh,
I think.
that's not that far. Okay. Let's try, was it California? Did you say?
Yeah.
So, like San Francisco?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, let me see. $153 MS to San Francisco. That is weird. Okay, well, looks like it's not something I can resolve, so it was okay. Not that bad. I'm not the one playing, so 500 ping wasn't that bad for me. I wonder if it's because I'm streaming.
I think that would probably have the biggest
The
effect.
streaming is just upload, isn't it? What is it affect? I guess, I don't know. It says I've dropped frames, 0.9%. I'm gonna be right back.
Battlefield of eternity.
Alright, so we're heading to game 3 in the semifinals of Google Tournament of Heroes of the Storm. We have Kale'Thas against Google Team 5, and the score is 1-1 right now, and best of 3 wins this match. This game we have something different. We have Google Team 5 having the first pick, and we still see the same respect bans from both teams. Lunara, I guess Google Team 5 is scared of Lunara from Kale'Thas, and Kale'Thas is scared of Alarak from Google Team 5. And Vala was picked first just right away with Jaina on the other team as well. Wow.
Or blue team's Kale'Thas, right?
Blue team is Kale'Thas now, yes. I should probably like fix that on my stream, but I'm too lazy to fix that right
No, I think it's fine.
now. Well, cause like if you just turn into my stream, you would have no idea that Kale'Thas is blue.
That's true, but then you didn't have any really indicator.
That's right.
Which
There,
you just have to
I
say.
fixed it.
Okay. Interesting. They picked the Jaina first, but they're not sure about what their second pick is for Kale'Thas.
Yeah. Well, Jaina did land some great Ring of Frost during that game. So, I can't understand that. It's just like perhaps they're going to just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yep. So it seems like the comps there's already like a good solid. Okay, we're good at Jaina, we're good at Varian, and then for Google Team 5 is we like the Vala.
Seriously though, is Alarak ban worth that much? And Lunara as well. Are they really that scary? We have...
It could be also a situation where you're just like, I'm not really sure what to ban, so I'm just gonna ban these. Because I know the enemy kind of plays it.
I guess. But we're talking about Battlefield Eternity here, where, you know, both teams are trying to race down, taking down a boss. And Vala and Greymane are amazing for that, with Lieutenant Morales as backup. Man, giving one of those stim packs, it's gonna melt down the boss like that. Google Team 5 is heading to a very good direction right now, I'd say. What do you think would be banned here?
I feel like they want to ban someone like Anubarak again, or yeah, probably Anubarak would be a good ban. Because Anubarak has that great zoning. He has the Beatos. He has this spell power, which is great against Jaina, and his stun is just really good zoning.
Malthael.
I'm not a fan of this one. They already have 2 assassins.
Yeah, it's
That's a weird ban.
it is a weird ban. I guess they could. I mean, Malthael does do a lot of damage to the boss, but with Vala and Greymane already there, do you really need Malthael there?
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so. I mean, if they actually pick Malthael, it might be good for them because now the team comp is just weird. It's 3 assassins and
That's right.
maximum 1 warrior.
Sonya could be great here. I can see Sonya being good on Google Team 5.
I could actually see Stitches being good here. If they banned the Anubarak, then Stitches could be great. Like the hooks weren't too bad last game.
That's right. Stitches did manage to land a couple of even difficult hooks.
And with Vala and Greymane, they don't have like that great escape that say a Li Ming would have, or some other assassins like Faustad would have. So landing the hooks is a lot easier. They could still go for that Stitches pick if they really want to. Well, let's see what Google Team 5 is gonna pick for their 3rd and 4th pick.
So, Teddy, one thing that you didn't see on the there was this Google's channel going on right now, and apparently Google Team 5 actually had a color coordination going on last game. I had completely missed
really?
it.
What
Apparently-
color was it?
I have no idea. I like completely don't remember. Let me check the replay real quick. Yeah, it's ridiculously hard to tell the color.
I think that might be the loss. The color coordination, the intention was there, execution was not that great.
Okay, we see a Cassia here. I think that's a very good pick, especially against Vala and Greymane.
Yes, definitely with the blinds. Oh
That's right.
yes.
And apply some good damage onto the boss as well. Stukov, as usual, that's not too surprising.
So Google Team 5. Wait, Google Team 5 is on the right.
That's
Is
right.
it?
That's right.
Oh crap! I think I might have switched them up just now. The Google Team 5, they need warriors. They need a good tank. What's a good front line? I feel like
Oh, you were saying
Anubrak would
Stitches,
be-
right?
Stitches. I was thinking Stitches for Kale'Thas because of the fact that Vala and Greymane was easy to be hooked.
Yeah, that's right.
But for Google Team 5 Stitches, I don't think will play well. It's kind of a more iffy. It's very niche kind of pick.
Hasadar. Stitches.
Okay, they're going for Stitches still. I could see a hook and a wall combo coming in.
Ooh. Ooh. How about Hulk and then grenade and then wall?
Okay, that's a bit more tricky, but that could work too. Because Kale'Thas, they don't really have a good escape. Once their guys are stunned, they either have to walk out. Okay, that's a. I like this. I like this Diablo pick. I think it's pretty solid.
I agree.
Especially with the ultimate, is able to force the enemies to move around or get stunned. Alright, I really need some water. I'm gonna grab some water real fast.
Technically, I need water too. I can't leave right now. Alright, so I need to remind myself that blue is now Kale'Thas. So on Kale'Thas team, we have Bearshu playing Varian, Artemis playing Cassia, Sarse on Diablo, Nexus on Jaina, and Hufu on Stukov. Interesting. I don't think Hufu played a Nubrak last time. I think there's a little bit of shuffle in who's playing what here. On the red team, we have Vyanch playing Stitches, Milky playing Vala, Original Sin playing Greymane, Coltman playing Morales, and Nasher playing Tassadar. Oh, look at their hearts. Aren't they just
Interesting.
adorable? Oh, they're spraying the hearts now. I get it. It's... Okay. Okay. It looks like both teams are trying to set up a gank and are both very disappointed that the other team did not show up to their lane. And now we have the entire blue team now moving down to bot, and red team staying at bot, except for Tassadar is moving up top and soaking up that experience. Diablo's trying to charge. Diablo's trying to charge into Greymane, and Greymane was able to survive for a little bit. Morales' heal was just not good enough for a five-man team there doing damage on him. Tassadar is still doing a great job soaking up top and just punishing them for that ganking decision. One kill at this early in the stage really doesn't count as that much. However, Morales is getting himself out of position, and she does go down. Wow, this is actually looking a little bit more difficult for Google Team 5.
Definitely, it looks a bit hard for Google Team 5. They do have one thing for them, is that Tassadar is a great solo laner. I feel like he's gonna dominate the top lane.
Yeah, look at that bottom tower with almost all its ammo gone. Great job in Tassadar there. I feel like what Kale'Thas Google Team 5 needs to do here is just pay off a little bit more cautiously. They have great advantage when it comes to the boss. They're gonna be able to finish the boss faster than blue team is.
I shall purge your evil from this.
And the Immortals have spawned it.
Interestingly, they... Okay, yes, and so they do try to go off. This meter is a little bit hard to understand from the observer side, but it does look like they're pretty even in the damage to bust out.
They're quite even. I think we're gonna looking for a team fight going on. One team, unless they're gonna contest.
Interesting.
It's gonna be really close.
Will Google Team Fight be able to finish faster? It doesn't look like it. It does look like
Oh, that's close.
Oh wow, 700 damage. Kale'Thas wins.
700.
Hi
Here we
Darren.
go.
Let's look at the damage here. It does look like, wow, Tassadar has just doubled the siege damage of the top damage from blue team. Wow. Stitches was able to land a great hook on Stukov, but Stukov was able to survive with that. Luckily, there's almost no shield on the Immortal that the blue team has, and red team should be able to take care of that pretty quickly. Looks like, I think, red team just needs to get to the Immortal just a little bit faster. That's maybe just 2 seconds of difference. Cassia dives into the Tassadar, but might be costly as the tower is shooting right at her. Tassadar is able to peel off a little bit and stay safe.
I think one of the issues with how Google Team 5 was not able to finish it faster was because Greyming has picked all his talents in the cocktail ones, which makes him a bit less DPS in terms of like getting the Immortal down.
Let's see. Morales was pushed up to a bad position and does go down. And you know, this is tricky. With Morales on your team, once your healer goes down, there really isn't anything that you can do.
Definitely, the Morales position is really important here.
Yeah.
And we should point out the fact that Cassia is actually sneaking a bottom camp. Caster it may not actually. He's gonna fan out. This is gonna be interesting.
We do see that. Let's see. How do I get up? Okay. This will be very interesting. Tassadar has so much more mana than Cassia does. But Cassia is able to do that damage though. Will Cassia be managed to survive?
I think Tassadar has the edge here. Actually, with his shields.
Whoa! At what cost? At what cost?
Okay, Cassia definitely got the edge here. I don't know. The shields. Let me take a look at the talents for Tassadar.
Repent before my
I think if I think Tassadar at the end at least made the right call to stay and take Cassia down with her. At that point, even if Tassadar tries to yee out, she won't be able to survive. He won't be. Is Tassadar he or she? I don't even know.
Tassadar's he, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. But both teams are trying very hard to defend right now, and both teams do make the choice of going to their respective camps. We see that blue team is trying to move in now, when red team Stitches is still all the way in the camp, and this might be dangerous. Stitches trying to hook Morales down, but he forgets that the wall doesn't actually go through. And this is putting red team in a very bad position without Morales. And blue team does back off, even though Stukov still has this great silence there. Blue team could have capitalized a little bit more. Diablo pulls off a great hold. Greymage tries to stay alive, and the entire team is very focused. Diablo does go down, but Vala is down, and Greymage is very low on health, and Tassadar is trying to stay alive. Tassadar does go down. Greymage is almost dead, and Greymage does go down. You know, I think red team overstayed there. After killing one person, they should have just backed away and regrouped with everybody else.
Definitely, and also the fact that they were doing the merc camps with like 2 people across the wall was just a bad idea in general. Like, I get it, you're trying to stay near the Immortal, but the Immortal is not gonna save you. You're better off just go around, kill the stuff properly,
That's right.
and then do the contesting.
That's right. Instead of like having half the team doing 50% of 2 things, why not just have the entire team doing 100% one thing and then have the entire team do it together? Because that's what blue team was doing. The entire blue team was doing the merc camp. The entire blue team came out to attack the Immortal.
They did have to contest the bottom camp that was like obtained from Cassia though, so that was kind of a disadvantage that blue team I was going in with.
So if Immortal pushing almost with the full shield on top lane and 4 people with him, Tassadar and Cassia is still at the bottom lane. It does look like red team might lose this fort here. Varian's just doing a great job keeping the pressure off the damage dealers in the back. Greymane and Vala can't get to them at all, and poking Varian and Diablo is just useless with how much damage that they can soak.
I think this is a situation where they really need Tassadar to be in the group fights. Because Tassadar shields Gibbs lifesteal, which is really nice when it comes with Vala and Greymane. It allows them to dive in. The fact that they don't have to level 10, it makes it hard though.
You see Stitch is trying to make something happen with that hook, but Jaina does dodge it. And now Kale'Thas is walking away with 2 level difference and a 1-fort advantage. Nothing too surprising in terms of the old choice here, but it will be difficult for red team to turn around on. Let's see what's gonna happen next.
I'm really hoping they're gonna get a pick off of Cassie. Cassia she should be behind the wall. Oh, that was a close one.
Tries to land a hook, but just narrowly miss. You see Google Team 5 finally getting their ults a whole minute after Kale'Thas does. Just tries to hook, but no, the hooks are just not as on point as last game.
So we can maybe hope to see a hook into wall combo with the ultimates being picked by Google Team 5.
Ah, interesting.
Although I feel like there might be an argument for taking the Gorge for Stitches. If you could Gorge someone real up front, walk back, wall the rest of the team away, you can maybe get a good pick off.
You know, I'm not sure he's able to pull off a Gorge successfully. With Diablo staying in the front line, even if Stitches managed to dive to the back line, Gorge Jaina or Cassia, that Diablo's just gonna flip him right back. So, I think Bao's is a safer choice here.
Although you could just gorge up the Diablo, get the wall up, and just if you have all 5 guys killing Diablo's a goner. Let's see how this Immortal fight goes.
Oh, we see blue team trying to do the Merkian right before the camp. This gives red team a little bit of advantage just attacking the Immortal. It does go down pretty fast.
Really want to pay attention to wall coming up. That wall is going to be really crucial.
Except Tassadar is stunned by the Immortal right before blue team comes on. Blue Diablo lands off a ult hitting 5 people. Tassadar's wall is not going to be able to keep anybody away. Jaina has a Rain of Frost coming in that traps Tassadar, and red team is just gone. Wow, that Immortal stun was really unfortunate for Tassadar.
Yeah, Tassadar really had to pay attention to that Immortal stun. It's a really nice, easy-looking blue circle that you really want to just get out of.
Man, seriously, that Tassadar stun, wow. Well, red team is back now, but unfortunately, the Immortals did already swap right before red team goes down, so there isn't even that buffer room for red team to group up and attack and defend properly.
It seems like red team really is losing it. They're not making the smartest plays, like such as not avoiding the nice blue stun circle. Stitch is just now throwing himself away. This is kind of hard to come back. It's starting getting hard.
Well, we all know Heroes of the Storm has a lot of comeback mechanics. 6.5 out of 10.
Definitely.
Stitches is trying to hook somebody, but you know, I don't think that was, even if he had hooked somebody, I don't think that would have been a great idea with the Immortal pushing in on that.
They're gonna have to really try and capitalize on someone on Kale'Thas overstepping, which is gonna be hard.
It is going to be hard.
Decent hook.
Ooh, Tassadar lands on a great wall, and now Vala has a strafe right behind her, but that is not going to be enough damage to do anything with all the tanks standing in front. Stitches go down just like that. Morales and Vala trying to fight for their life. Wow! Even though it was fighting a 4v5 for a long time, it did not go well for red team.
That was a great hook. What turned it back around was the Jaina. Ring of Frost captured 3 people.
Oh jeez. When everybody was grouped out in a small area like that, man.
Definitely. That was rough. Kale'Thas, they really have their comp really has a lot AoE. You got the Stukovs, kind of just a little like dark puddle thingy. You got the Jaina's Ring of Frost for AoE skills. Is just and GOOG Team 5. They don't really have much. They're all single target abilities.
Yeah, their only hope is to, you know, catch somebody off guard. Hope Stitch just hope somebody. Vala can follow up, and then, you know, Greymane can chain a go for a throat.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I don't know why Val took Strafe. I feel like stun will be more appropriate because they don't have any stuns at all.
You know,
Do they?
maybe when it goes to level 20, Vala can take the upgrade that that can let the bolts penetrate the tanks.
Oh, that'll be useful. Although I'm not sure if they can last till level 20. They're 3 levels behind.
I believe. We've come back from worse games than this before, Teddy.
That's just true. That's very true.
But you know, like last fight, I see Vala, you know, killing. I think Cassia was it pretty fast. But once Varian and Diablo stands in front of the tag, man, that strafe was just useless.
Yeah. I actually haven't paid attention to Morales' stim pack. Have you seen her cast it at all?
You know, I don't recall hearing that sound. I'll keep an eye out on it.
Because there's a cast time on that, I don't feel like there was ever opportunity for Morales to cast the stuff because the way Kale'Thas, their team works, is they just jump on you. Diablo comes in and like, hey, here, go over. Let's see how this Immortal fight goes. Okay, Tasser is making the right move. He's saying, okay, I'm going to put that wall this time.
So you see, Red Team trying to go on their Immortal again, but Vala does get caught and Mirage is trying to keep Vala alive, and Vala barely escapes. The stim pack does go, oh sorry, that was Greymane. The stim pack does go on the Greymane, and Blue Team does look very low. Vala might just be able to pick up the Jaina there. Tassadar is alone by himself, and wow, the entire Red Team is separated. And it's so hard to capitalize on how low everybody is. Stukov's heal just restores everybody back to 50-60%. Man,
That was really bad. I'm not sure if the camera captured it, but Tassadar casted the wall after 3 people walk past. Like 3 people walk past and then he cast the wall. I'm not sure if there's some lag involved or if he's trying to play it really
why did
smart.
Vala teleport, leaving Morales alone? Morales is gonna get caught and Morales does fall down.
Oh, that's a shame.
I guess Vala only sees the defending. What should have happened is both of them should have teleported out, I think.
Yes, definitely.
Except the entire team is now back at the Blue Immortal, and the Blue Immortal is going down fast, and it might just be enough. Just kidding.
That was really
1400.
close.
1400 damage, and the red team might just land a
Now
comeback.
maybe if Morales was there, do you think Morales could do that 1,400 damage?
It's hard to say. I think his auto attacks with maybe like 50 damage one hit. Maybe his grenade maybe does 200 more.
Alright, so a team fight, it's gonna have to happen. This is probably the team fight that could break Google Team 5.
If I was School Team 5, I would focus on more Immortal first, get rid of that so nobody gets stunned, and then go in.
And I will probably want to cast Stim Pack on Vala like soon.
Yeah.
So that you can use that Stim Pack advantage to just kill them mortal fast.
That's right. Stukov did use his silence, and Jaina did use his blizzard. We see blue team is getting picked apart by Sturges, but Diablo does land a good ult, and Ring of Frost did not manage to catch anybody. We see everybody trying to go around the Greymane, but Greymane falls in the middle of all the blue health bars there.
Yeah, I think Google Team 5 is kind of falling apart. They still have 4 people alive, so I don't think they can catch up with this.
Man, I wish Stimpack was not casted on Greymane. Oh man, Greymane dived in and immediately got surrounded by 5 people and was not able to get anything done. Whereas if Vala was able to poke at a safe distance, I feel like that would have been different.
That was a really close game, though. I feel like the Tasser play was not as great as ideally because like a lot of the walls just weren't effective at all. There was a lot of times in the engagements the wall was just at like a weird angle that didn't really block anyone.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of team fights, both teams have a good idea, but it's just the little mistakes that add up.
Yes, definitely.
Uh,
I think I know why I'm lagging.
yeah.
So I have a switch in my computer.
Okay.
I mean, in my room, which I connect my desktop and my MacBook Air to. My MacBook Air is playing the streams. I think I have a bottleneck on the Switch. I think the Switch has only 100 megabytes per second, maybe,
Uh huh. Oh,
or
I
maybe,
see.
yeah. So I'm gonna try and unplug the LAN cable and just use Wi-Fi for my thing.
Okay.
I don't know, cause I paused the streams on my YouTube, and then it was a lot smoother. Like TeamSpeak wasn't lagging, the games weren't lagging. I wasn't getting 1,000 ping.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, bear back. I need water. And I'm back.
Welcome back. Be right back.
Okay. But they're taking an extended break.
Gotta talk about those strats, man. How do we color combination well?
Yes.
What are good artistic choices we can make?
I think that's very important.
What are good themes we can have? Like, what kind of mech heroes are there? You know how, like, Taxstar has a mech one? Like, some other heroes have also have mech skins.
Dude, how about a Zerg lineup?
Zerg lineup, okay.
Yes.
Obviously, there's Zergs.
There is now
Atmosphere?
there's now a Zerg. What you
I
call
guess.
it? Didn't a Zerg ETC came out?
Really?
I think so.
Let me check. Zerg ETC.
Oh, sorry, no, Spectre. My bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's much Zerg.
Zerg and Noob.
Yes. Zerg a noob? Is there?
That is Zerg, right?
Yes, there's.
Okay.
That's Ultralis. Yes.
Okay.
There's one.
Zerg and Noob.
I think that's in
Wait,
terms
that's
of like
it?
skins that transform. I think that's it.
No, there has to be more.
Zerg is really hard to like model. I think it's a lot of like buggy stuff. Like Terran's a lot easier. It's just like those model structures a lot more like straight edges. Those are easier.
Alright, so let's see. It looks like Google Team 5 is opting to have first pick, and so Kale'Thas chose Brex's holdout.
Kale'Thas chose this.
That's
Okay.
right. Kale'Thas chose Brex's holdout. Now, this is one of the smaller maps. I'm trying to remember what we just played. We just played Battlefield Eternity. Battlefield Eternity, that's right.
Yep.
And in this one, again, that map control is going to be very important.
I think yeah, especially not just the map control, the how you split the team comp into top and bottom. Those are really the most painful parts of this map. Like, who can solo top, or do we send two guys top?
We've seen some great Tahaka plays, we've seen some great Tassadar plays, well, at least in the pushing.
I think Tassadar might be a bad choice here. Unless the player's good on the other ultimate. What was that? What was it called?
Archon.
Archon, yes, Archon, of course.
Yeah.
Because the wall actually could be good. I mean, there's some good choke points right near the control point. That if you land the wall nicely, you just block off the entire area. I think Diva will be a great pick here.
Yes, I agree.
Do you remember who picked Diva? Was it Kale'Thas? I think it was Kale'Thas, right?
I will check.
I believe it was they were playing Tempo and Anubis. It was Kale'Thas. They lost the game, but they had decent Diva plays.
was Bear Shoe.
Bear Shoe.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Well, I'll have to look
Kale'Thas.
this out. Let's see if Kale'Thas they are interested in the Diva. Because getting that Diva self-destruct could really help in the boss and the objectives. Mostly the boss, though.
We see one member in Google Team 5 going for the Diva portrait instead of the team portrait.
You know what this means? Is actually Hani is actually playing an RTS game where she controls the other four members.
Oh, meta.
Yeah, you know, because Diva has great APM. So you really want to press Control Free when you're in the game.
I
You want
see.
to pay attention to Hani's APM. It should be off the charts.
I don't know. This is the first time we're not seeing any sort of color coordination. I hope at least Henny would have a love mount.
Alright, first ban from Google Team 5.
I am going to say it's going to be Alarak.
You think it's going to be alright?
We haven't seen anything else this game.
Oh, it's taking a while though.
So we're now heading into the fourth game in the semifinals of the Google tournament of Heroes of the Storm. Right now, Kale'Thas on the blue team is leading Google Team 5 in 2-1, and if Kale'Thas wins this next game, that means they will win the match and move on to finals against Team Safe will work. If I remember right, yes.
Nice. So I think Google Team 5 is really thinking about it. Do we really need to ban Alarak?
You know what? Alarak will be so good in this. Wait.
But was it the other way around? Was it Google
Maybe
Team 5
it's the
always
other way
banning
around.
the- Okay. Okay, the same first bans. They probably were taking the time to think about proper strategy. That might be it.
Alarak will be a good pick in this map, I think.
Definitely. I see Alarak being played here.
With all the choke points, a lot of like shoves.
The variants picked by Google Team 5, a good solid first pick. It just seems like there isn't really much going wrong with variant, so might as well pick him again. Last game Kale'Thas had the variant though, right?
Did it?
I'm here to
I think so.
That's right, because Google Team 5 has Stitches. We still see Stukov and Jaina on from Kale'Thas. Stukov is lending
Their
some
Stukov is
nice
good.
silences, yes. Okay, Gul'dan is new, right?
Oh, are they going to pick Oreo?
And they are going to pick an
Ooh.
Oreo. Ooh.
That is gonna be interesting.
Did we see
The
this
good-
combo from Google Team 5 or is it from Kale'Thas? earlier?
I don't think we actually saw this at all.
Oh, it was just Oreo with somebody else?
It was Oreo Malfio, Oreo with Vala. There was never Oreo Gudan in the earlier games.
Oh, right. Oreo with Mateo.
So this is really good, especially for this map. You can have Gudan and Oreo be
Yeah.
at bottom lane. They can just keep pushing.
No, we
I think Kale'Thas right now, they're trying to ban a solo laner. They know that the Go Team 5 has a great group lane, but they need someone to solo lane.
Well, as spectators, we can see that they hovered on the Haka for a while, and then decided Sylvanas. Sylvanas is would be a good pick for this map. I do think the Haka could be a little bit more destructive, though.
I think so too. The Haka will be better, especially with his burrow tunnel.
I'm kind of surprised that there are no global heroes being picked yet. Brightwing, Falstad.
It could be just the players are not comfortable with playing those heroes.
Anubarak is a good ban, I think.
Definitely, especially the fact that Kale'Thas, they don't have tank picked yet. I can see Kale'Thas, they probably will pick their solo lane.
I can
hero,
see.
probably the 5th.
I would imagine Cassia again on Kale'Thas.
Yeah, they did really well last game with
Yeah.
Cassia. I could see a Cassia Diablo pick again. It worked pretty well last game.
Ragnaros, though. That is interesting. I don't
That
think I've
is
seen a
very
Ragnaros
interesting.
in a competitive game.
I just hope the Ragnaros is not for the wave, because the lava wave does really badly against the Zerg. It doesn't do much at all.
That's right. Whereas the other ult has very good range. They could probably catch Gul'dan and Oreo surprise.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Silver Smash is definitely a better pick here, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And Jaina, if Jaina gets good slow off, it's gonna be a lot easier to just get right in the center of that Silver Smash.
How would you counter that then? What would you pick as Gold Team 5?
I would probably. I need someone to kind of be right up in front.
So a Bruiser?
Being a good bruiser, yeah. Something like Artanis is good. I really like Artanis.
Leoric is not bad.
I think Leoric is good too.
So we see 2 mages here. And 2 tanks.
It's possible Ragnaros might play the solo lane.
Yeah. He's a very good soloer. Especially if he goes solo and he gets his his Q. His Q stacks up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of the only abilities or talents where you really have to think about your last hitting.
It's one of the more fun ones too, though. I
That
think
is
it's more fun than Asmodan.
Let's see what the last pick for Kale'Thas. Yeah, this is gonna be confusing because there's an actual Kale'Thas in play here.
You know, we haven't really seen a dedicated pusher in all 4 games so far.
Oh, definitely. I don't think it's in. Oh, that's a good, interesting pick with the Zarya. Zarya's gonna be good, especially when it's the boss fight. If she gets the expel one instead of the sucking one, you can just push people off the boss point completely, and you basically
That's
you don't
right.
want to get a boss at all if there's a Zarya.
I'm liking this matchup so far. It's a little refreshing compared to the previous 3 games.
Yes, these are really interesting heroes. We'll probably just refer to blue team and red team because there is an actual Kale'Thas in play here.
You're right.
This is gonna be very confusing, so only blue team and red team. Or we'll just have to mention Kale'Thas, the actual team.
Well, I'll probably call Kale'Thas Kale. There's no time to
Okay.
pronounce his entire name.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, please introduce the players for us, Peter.
Sure.
Just call him KT, boy.
No, KT's Kale'Thas now. You can't call him KT. So we have Bearshoe playing Ragnaros. We have Sarsate playing on Diablo. Artemis playing on Zarya. Hufu on Stukov and Nexus on Jaina. On Kale'Thas team. No, on Google Team 5 with Kale'Thas. We have Milky playing Godan. Nasher playing Oreo. Beyonce playing Kale'Thas. Original Sin on Varian. And Henny on Leoric.
Access granted.
Now notice Henny is the only one with the blue heart and everybody else has a red heart. As a reminder, Henny is also the one with Diva Portrait instead of the team portrait.
Ooh, this is
Wonder what
interesting.
kind of
Maybe
message that's supposed to be sending.
maybe she's the leader.
Very interesting. We see 4 blue and 1 red on bot, and the same goes for top. And red is applying so much more damage than blue is, except Leoric just has this unstoppable Yi, and the blue team can't do anything to him.
This is really bad for the blue team. That pushing power with Godan is just insane.
Yeah, red team already has a tower down. Well, actually so does blue team. But Leoric just won't go down, whereas Ragnaros has to play a lot more safer than Leoric.
It seems like they're just gonna be content with their own pushing right now. It seems pretty even.
Pretty easy. So Diablo dived maybe a little bit too deep, took a couple of shots from the tower. But both teams keep on exerting their lane pressure. Leoric is in a little bit of trouble with, he does land his E and to get out safely. But Leoric is now a little bit too low now. But
Red team claims first blood.
wow, how did Diablo die? Wow, did blue team just overextend just a little bit too much? I got a little bit too greedy.
Seems like it.
Wow, Ragnaros is forced to use his his trait, making the which means when the beacons does activate, he's not going to be able to hold that point that much longer. Wow,
That's
what
right.
a costly mistake from the blue team though. The
I think it's still okay because there wasn't really anyone near the power. I don't think the EXP gain is that much.
Oh, do you not get EXP by an accidental kill like that?
I don't think so. Only if there's a hero around, right?
Huh.
I'm not really sure. I don't think the tower counts. Like, the tower doesn't count as receiving EXP. Maybe a bit, but not as much. I don't know the actual details. It seems like they're not really gonna. Red team is going to try and actually contest the control point now, and it seems like they're gonna have the advantage because Ragnaros is still up there.
Interesting. The red team is trying to come in from behind the blue team. And good job on the blue team by leading, starting with the tanks. And now red team is in a little bit of trouble deep in blue territory. Varian is struggling to get out Diablos. Keep on chasing on Oreo. Oreo is being caught in the middle of Ragnaros and Diablo. Diablo does secure that kill, and Ragnaros comes in at the right time. Red team is now in a bit of trouble. Diablo is going down though with Diablo's W sucking off. Okay. That was a 1 versus 3 trade, and looks like Golden will survive. Yeah.
That was a really weird engagement.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened to Hani on the Leoric. He was just in lane. Okay, we have a pause, so that might be a reason someone left the game.
What do you think of Google Team 5's decision to go in from that route?
I think it was a solid choice, but it was kind of hard because the Leoric, like, he could try and follow up, but then actually, I think it was good to see they really needed Leoric to be there. Otherwise, it was just 4 against 4.
What was Leoric doing then?
He was in the lane
Oh, I
for
see.
a good 5 seconds.
Gotcha.
Or 3 seconds at least. I feel like there was a miscommunication, or Leoric just thought, you know what? from the rest of the team, they're able to handle it for sure. They have the advantage. It did also help the fact that the moment they all met at the bush, when they came out, the positioning of Oreo was too close to the enemy. When Goo Team 5, they jumped on one guy, Zard put the bubble on that whoever it was. And it was basically like, here, yeah, you want to attack that guy? Oh, sorry, there's a bubble in the way. Now you gotta switch targets, and then you're like, well, crap, who do we target now?
Right.
I think it's really taxing on the shot caller. See the APMs.
I'm trying to watch the replay. It looks like it almost looks like if Ragnaros did not come down, red team would have been fine, but Ragnaros did a great job rotating down there.
Oh, definitely, they got sandwiched right there.
Yeah, like Oreo would have survived if Ragnaros was not standing right there. Great job on blue team's awareness, leading in with Zarya and Diablo first too though.
Yeah. I feel like they probably went in the bush knowing that, hey, I feel like the enemy team might be coming.
Yeah.
It's also interesting to note that Kao, his quest talent, I don't think he has.
Oh, did he get that quest?
Yeah, he did, and he died.
Oh, was he close? Do you know?
I don't know. Actually, we'll just check the replay. YouTube has the thing.
Except I never looked at his talent, so.
Okay, well, never mind.
Oh, it looks like Leoric died. But let's see. I'm trying to find a replay of that. Well, hey, on the new patch on the PTR right now, when you die, it actually shows how much your quest progress is really neat.
Well, towns actually pretty. I didn't notice this, but there's a lot of the towns they all pick. There's a lot of rewards ones, like at least free on the GOOG Team 5. It's all like, okay, you got to do this for this talent. So it's gonna be really important to see when those rewards kick in.
Yeah.
But funny is Ragnaros, because he was oppressed quite hard on the top lane, his quest is like 2 done, which is quite bad for like 3 minutes in. Is he only got 2 last hits? Like if you were playing Dota and you got 2 last hits, you get flamed really hard.
Hey, that's me on Han. But that's yeah, I feel like they should have rotated it better. Like Ragnaros would be Ragnaros might have been a better pusher down mid. And if they could,
because of
maybe
his,
Zarya should be on top.
Yeah, Zarya could be pretty decent on top. But anyway, I feel like Kao, they have a good lead. They got a nice team wipe. And they're maybe looking to contest top.
Jaina was smart there not to contest by herself. Still, both teams still at 0% progress, although blue is moving into the top shrine. 4 members of red team is going in though. Diablo charges in and gets caught in Kale'Thas stun. Oreo falls under the stun and he is in a little bit of trouble, but he does run away. Fine. Stukov is in the fight now, and it might be a little bit hard before starting another
That was
thing
a
again.
great combo with that Kale'Thas and the stun. And Leoric was able to get bottom. I don't know why Zari was not able to contest it, but that's a nice decent percentage.
Except now Leoric's a little bit of trouble, but he will get away. 4 members down bot. Red team is looking to rotate down bot to contest that though. Ragnaros might take advantage of this. No, they're doing the camp right now. Ragnaros is a little bit engaged with the camp. So
It's a really good choice by Google Team 5 to get all the Merc camps on their side, keep the lanes pushed out, and then now force the control point contesting.
And now we can see they're about to take this camp. If they do take the shrine, looks like the shrine will be busy, and blue team won't be captured just in time before the beacon progress goes up. We see red team pushing really hard, diving on the Diablo. Zarya has a shield on. The Varian having the trouble being 2D, but he does. Oh, Oreo had a heal, but Oreo did not use it. Yoru's gonna get away safely, but it looks like Ragnar also was able to capture the top shrine, and red team did not quite finish their objective.
That was a really weird targeting. Oh, we have a fight again.
Wow, Leoric narrowly escapes that. That was one of the weirdest things, weirder things I've seen.
That was a really weird fight where they kind of all focus on Zarya. You generally don't really want to focus on Zarya, especially she could bubble herself.
Especially when her shield is on.
Yes, especially. I feel like they couldn't really get the nice gap closer in.
The Varian was on Diablo too, which was kind of weird because.
We'll have to really pay attention to the positioning of the players, especially of Zarya. Zarya really dictates how the fight goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe more so than Diablo because of her ability to put bubbles on people.
Oh my gosh, looks like Varian was trying to come back from behind, but does get caught with Diablo and the chain stuns going on. Oreo has a heal, but she will not be able to use it on time. Varian does fall down, leaving 4 members on red team 2 levels behind, even though they have this objective in their advantage. Not sure if they're able to capitalize too much on that.
Yeah, we could notice just now that Zarya was positioned really well. It drove 3 people's back because GOOG T5 was like, oh, I don't really want to get Zarya, so they backed out, but Varian was already knee deep in. We see that Ragnarok's already turning tower form in the bot lane, trying to oppose the wave. And it's doing a pretty decent job. Because the tower, the keep, is not taking any damage because he's the tower.
It looks like blue team does have level 10 now. Jay now picking Ring of Frost, Diablo going mass stun. And let's see what Ragnar does. I can never tell. So far, Smash. That is a very good choice. Not the lava. And what will be interesting if whether Zarya will take Expel or Suck. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna pick it on the whim, like realizing if situation depends on it.
I want to talk about Oreo though. If looking at the stats right now, Oreo has half the heal that Stukov does. Numbers isn't everything, but I do want to feel like Oreo has been not healing at the right moments.
Yeah, it's mainly because Gul'dan is not. The chrono is always on Gul'dan, but Gul'dan isn't able to get the proper positioning in terms of getting the DPS out. Zarya is always zoning away. As Gul'dan, you don't want to be casting your spells in a bubble for sure. And that Zarya is able to say, hey, you try to attack me, sure, you get hits, but I get the bubble, I get the energy. So they really need a way to be able to counter Zarya. They need a way to say, Zarya, you should not be here. But I don't see that kind of response. It really needs to be a Kale'Thas stun or just kind of a stun combo.
Maybe Leor. We'll see what Leor takes. Entomb might just do that. Alright, we see Gul'dan taking Fear. That's a good step, I think. Chasing Zarya away. Oreos get caught out of position though. She does have full marshal, maybe she'll live. But then there's Oreo casted the ult on herself just a little too late, but she just might be able to. Oh, she does take Stukov alive with her. Oh, what a survival run. That was
a good recovery from Google Team 5 for sure. The fact that they all clumped to the line allowed Gul'dan to get some nice damage off.
Definitely. Ooh, but Oreo definitely needs to watch out about her position.
Yes, definitely. That was a really bad positioning by her. One thing to note is that Google Team 5 used 3 ults in that battle, and they're kind of down in terms of ults.
We see the beacons are active right now, and blue team does have both beacons captured. Red team decides not to contest the top one, but go for the bot one. Smart. Hold off a little bit. make sure all the ults are refreshed, and then go into a fight. They do go into their own camp, which is another great decision too, I think.
Yeah, they're gonna finish that in time for sure.
And then now when they are contesting the top one, the bottom camp would be keeping blue team busy, and if not, the camp can definitely do some good damage.
Zarya took the ult that sucks people in, so that's one thing to note.
Okay. Blue team tries to contest with that, but it looks like Oreo's stuck in that bush trying to ambush. I don't know about that positioning. Oreo should be way back instead of right there. Oreo does get caught in the outside. That was an amazing Stukov silence coming in. Oreo was not able to do anything. Neither is Varian. Diablo ult goes down, and looks like everybody on Google team is going to be wiped.
I agree with that statement. Oreo should not have been there. It should have been someone else, like a Leoric, and that Tomb trapped Oreo too. That was horrible.
Oh, did it really?
Yes.
I noticed that Stukov put up a great silence. Oreo could not do anything. Actually, maybe you're right. The Tomb made that Oreo cannot escape from the silence too. Otherwise, what's that skill called? A Crystal Aegis might have changed the fight a little bit around.
Yeah, definitely. That silence
out.
really stopped that.
Yeah.
And now this is going to be a hard situation with Blue Team 5. They have to come back with a level deficit. Their lanes are being pushed out. There's a boss coming in the top lane. And they don't have that level 13 talent.
And Ragnarok just uses straight molten core to turn to be I don't know what to call it. Integrate into the tower to be a part of the tower. I don't know how you describe that, but that is applying some strong pressure, and red team is having some hard time defending against the Zerg Rush. Meanwhile, top boss is pushing heavily. Leoric gets caught in Diablo's flip, and Leoric does run away safely. Looks like the Zerg wave is about to be done, but the boss already did take down a fort by itself.
This is not looking good.
I would say all in all, the red team did defend the Zerg wave pretty well, thanks to Kale'Thas and Gul'dan's AoE.
Yeah, definitely. They have the pushing power for sure, so they're able to clean up stuff. They still have the keep, so they're definitely in the game.
It looks like blue is trying to do what red team was trying to do earlier and get a little bit of that map control. But the Stukov silence, man, he's been on point. Great zoning, and it's just great awareness of where everybody's gonna be.
There's a good chance that Google Team 5 they might be able to get the advantage back really late, like level 16 or maybe even past 20, because they should be able to survive. The Zerg waves aren't that big of a threat when there's a Gul'dan on the team. But even if you don't have the keeps and the Zerg waves is maxed, Gul'dan could clear the wave really fast. So we have to see, but right now, the blue team, they have a good map control. They have Mercs coming at top. But they're not very comfortable in pushing the lane because they know that the Google Team 5, they have a great anti-push power. So let's see the stats in terms of who's really doing the damage.
We see
Actually,
Ragnarok's doing
Ragnaros is doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, and he is he's halfway done through his quest. We see blue team trying to ambush something. Red team is smart to not over-engage. It looks like Stukov did try to overextend. Not overextend, but his silence did scare away the red team, or else I think that would have been a very interesting team fight.
So right now, I think Blue Team 5 really should take advantage of the fact that Blue Team does not have the level 16 talent, because once that level 16 talent kicks in, you're a talent behind. And that's pretty bad. And we really want to pay attention to Orio's positioning. I think she's the key in
Looks like
making
blue
sure
team
her
is trying to
survives.
move in on the red team now. Oreo is away and got away from a stun. The Diablo stun did manage to catch Varian. Oh, sorry, Leoric. Ring of Frost caught 3 red members in a row, and Ragnar's just playing cleanup right now. Oreo goes down, and Golden might be able to pick up a few kills actually. Ragnar's is very low right now, but Stukov heals going way too fast. Varian is still in the game. Leoric is a little bit low, and 3 versus 4. I guess it didn't go too bad.
Yeah. Do you notice how Oreo he cast the Aegis on Cal? You had like 60% HP. I'm not sure if that was a good call. Maybe you could save that for a bit later. But overall, the objectives are still tied. They're able to good team fight is able to get the bonus.
Except now, blue team is actually a talent level ahead. And
That is true.
4 people are trying to move into 2 people. Leoric did run away already. They're in real danger right now. Go down. Let's see if Varian could survive this. Jaina is catching Varian from the other side, and Varian does go down. Ooh.
This is gonna be rough. I feel like I'm trying to think of how good Team 5 can really come back from this. They had pretty decent positioning last game, but they were still caught. They still lost that one. I think good Team 5 really has to look for the late game. They kind of have that late game power.
Stall it
They
out
can't
instead of
sustain.
forcing a fight, which is what Leoric is doing right now. It's kind of dangerous. I know Leoric has a key to escape, but with just Stukov silence like that, it's way too risky. I would rather Leoric be like soaking the lane and just, you know, chill out a little bit.
I really would like to see Leoric use her tome not just to capture people, but just to act as a wall. Because I think that would really disrupt the team fights.
Well, you said something? Oh, looks like Zarya's ult did manage to catch 2 people in game, followed by Ring of Frost following up, and 3 members of the red team goes down. I don't know.
That was quite devastating. The tomb was a bit weird because there wasn't really a follow-up where you cast a tomb and then what?
They were a little bit too far from game 2. And catching Diablo means Leoric was forced to be stuck between Diablo and somebody else with no way to escape. And Oreo has to save him, uses his ult, and when it comes to critical moments, everybody's clumped together. Zarya's ult was able to catch them, and
that's a free one.
it's GG.
Kale'Thas, they go into the grand finals.
That's right. They will be playing against Team Safe for Work at time TBD. Wow.
That was quite a game. I feel like good Team 5 they played pretty well. The positioning was not that bad. It was pretty good, but I feel like the fact that Kale'Thas, they were actually able to capitalize on a lot of mistakes. I think that is one of the key things. Like, it's okay to make mistakes, as long as the enemy aren't able to capitalize on that. But Kale'Thas, their team, they were able to capitalize it on really well.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun casting this game. I guess I should sign off now. I am Peter PTC Zhang. And thanks for joining me, Teddy.
You're welcome.
And we might see you at the grand finals. Oh, I have a play ad button. I should press that.
Wait, do you actually get money? Press it.
I did. Did it show anything?
I don't know. I don't understand why.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I've had enough fun of this. Good night.